Okay, so I wanted to bring you all this video today because I have had quite a few people coming to me saying, Christian, what can I do to pay $0 in taxes? Donald Trump out here not paying taxes. I know it's doable. What's the recipe? What can I do? So I'm about to let y'all know steps that you need to follow if you want to have a zero tax liability. Hey everyone, my name is Christian Brooks. I am the owner of Brooks Bookkeeping and Accounting Services, a bookkeeping and tax service that aims to empower and educate women of color entrepreneurs and small business owners on their business finances and taxes. My goal is to break topics like business finances and taxes down to make them more digestible, approachable, and understandable. In this video, I'll be talking about how you can get a zero tax liability. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. So, the first step to getting a zero tax liability is to find a tax professional that you trust. You are not going to get a zero tax liability filing your taxes on H&R Block or TurboTax. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with those sites. I used to use those sites at one point. However, once you start going up in income, once you start buying more assets, those sites are not going to be able to help you get the type of tax savings that you need in order to get a zero tax liability. So you need to find a tax professional who can help you to get the type of tax savings that you are looking for. But you also need to make sure that your tax professional is somebody that you trust, because you're going to be sharing a lot of information with your tax professional. Whenever you have a big event in your life, typically big events will affect your taxes. You'll need to share that information with your tax professional. When you're talking to your tax professional, they're going to ask you, what are your goals for the next year to 18 months? And based on what you tell them, they're going to craft some tax strategies for you. So this person has to be someone that you feel comfortable being open with in terms of your goals and your life plans, but also somebody that you feel comfortable seeing your financial information, because your tax professional, they're going to be all up in your Kool-Aid, okay? They're going to see all your stuff, your W-2s. If you sell any assets, they're going to see that, because that will affect your taxes, all kind of stuff. So make sure that you are finding a tax professional that you're comfortable with to file your taxes, and you have an ongoing relationship with this tax professional. Don't jump from one tax professional to another. Once you get a good tax professional, stick with that person, because the more that person gets to know you, the more they'll be able to help you out and get those tax savings that you are looking for. Step number 2 to getting a zero tax liability is to do tax planning. Make sure that you are doing tax planning with your tax professional. Tax planning is your tax professional will sit with you to develop a plan on how you are going to spend your money throughout the year, how you leverage your assets, as well as leverage tax credits so that you are getting the maximum tax savings possible. There is no way for you to consistently get a zero tax liability or a reduced tax liability if you're not doing any tax planning. Tax planning is so important to tax savings. There are people who pay thousands of dollars for tax planning each year, because when your tax professional develops a tax plan for you, it's going to save you a lot of money on your taxes. And paying $1,000 for a tax plan when you are saving $10,000 in taxes, that's not too bad. So make sure that you are doing tax planning. And this is extremely important for people who have self-employment income. So if you have a business, or if you have 1099, you have independent contractor income, it's going to be really important for you to do tax planning, because you have to pay self-employment taxes. And self-employment taxes are 15.3% of your income. That's a lot of money to pay on top of your federal income tax rate. So tax planning will help you to minimize the amount of money that you have to pay in taxes legally. Let me say this again. Legally. Tax planning will help you minimize the amount of money that you have to pay in taxes legally. So the third step to getting a zero tax liability is knowing your goals for the next 12 to 18 months. It's going to be extremely important to understand your goals, where you see your life going in the next 12 to 18 months, because most life events will impact your taxes. For example, if you are going to get married in the next 12 to 18 months, that's going to impact the way you file taxes. If you decide that you want to find a new job because you want more money, you're looking for a $50,000 salary increase. Well, that's going to affect your taxes. You want to move. You decide that you want to move to a different country for a year or two. That's going to affect your taxes. You're doing some family planning. You want to have children. That's going to affect your taxes. Most of your major life events are going to affect your taxes. So it is extremely important to know where your life is going in the next 12 to 18 months. Stop coming to tax professionals when all of these things have already happened, then being like, voila, hey, can you give me some tax savings? Because most of the time it's like not as much as I could have if you came to me before this issue, before this happened. If you have any questions or there is a topic that you would like for me to cover pertaining to taxes, small business ownership, or entrepreneurship, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you are looking for somebody to help you out with tax planning or tax preparation services, feel free to contact me. You can contact me at www.christiannbrooks.com/bookkeeping. Schedule your free 15-minute strategy call and we can talk about the next steps for you. Also, my information is in the description box below. You also need to understand your goals when it comes to wealth building. What are your wealth building goals? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? What sources of income do you want? Do you just want your sole source of income to be your W-2, a job? Would you like to have more dividend income? Would you like to have more passive income? Maybe you have rental properties. You want to generate more passive income from your rental properties. What are your income goals? That's gonna be really important when it comes to communicating that information to your tax professional, because you and your tax professional are really on a journey. Your tax professional is someone who is going on this wealth building journey with you, and they're using their knowledge of the tax law to make sure that, one, they're filing tax returns for you that are compliant, but two, they are maximizing your tax savings as much as possible. But then also think about, what are your goals when it comes to your taxes, right? Do you just want to file your taxes to be compliant? You know what? I just want to get an IRS that money. I don't even want to deal with it. Or are you looking to maximize your tax savings? And neither one is wrong, right? I've seen both types of people. I've seen people who are coming in and they're just like, it would be nice to get some tax savings, but quite honestly, I don't want no problems with the IRS. I just want my tax return filed accurately, and that's it. Am I going to pay extra money to get some tax savings? Nah, I'm straight. Just file my tax returns. But then you have other people who are like, you know what? I'm willing to pay the extra money that it takes in order to have my returns filed so that I am maximizing my tax savings and my returns are compliant. So you need to figure out where you fall and then start taking the necessary steps in the direction of where you want to go. I hope you found this video helpful. If you find yourself stuck with bookkeeping or taxes, feel free to contact me. My information is in the description box below. See you next time.